Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, September 14th, and it begins Unit 3 of your work. Unit 3 focuses on tone and imagery, or in other words, the words that an author uses to help you picture or imagine things, and the words that an author uses to help you feel something, that being tone. My favorite book of all time, Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, got my attention because of how it was written. Despite now being an English teacher, reading was hard for me because I always found it boring. Something had to be written in a way that really gripped me if it was going to get my attention. And Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five did that. And I'd like to read to you one of my favorite passages where Billy Pilgrim, the narrator of the story and also a World War II veteran, imagines watching an anti-war movie. The formation flew backwards over a German city that was in flames. The bombers opened their bomb bay doors, exerted a miraculous magnetism which shrunk the fires, gathered them into cylindrical steel containers, and lifted the containers into the bellies of the planes. The containers were stored neatly in racks. The Germans below had miraculous devices of their own, which were long steel tubes. They used them to suck more fragments from the crewmen and planes. But there were still a few wounded Americans, though, and some of the bombers were in bad repair. Over France, though, German fighters came up again, made everything and everybody as good as new. When the bombers got back to their base, the steel cylinders were taken from the racks and shipped back to the United States of America, where factories were operating night and day, dismantling the cylinders, separating the dangerous contents into minerals. Touchingly, it was mainly women who did this work. The minerals were then shipped to specialists in remote areas. It was their business to put them into the ground, to hide them cleverly, so they would never hurt anybody ever again. How idealistic if war worked this way, worked backward. If you read on in this book, you know it is a hopeless idealism that Vonnegut writes about. He wants so much to be able to easily fix the horrors of war, but he knows he can't. Vonnegut later writes about how his main character gets abducted by aliens. Yes, for real, aliens. This book is amazing. The aliens, when they abduct him, they show him how time really works. So Vonnegut writes, Tralfamadorians can look at all the different moments just the way we can look at a stretch of the Rocky Mountains, for instance. They can see how permanent all the moments are, and they can look at any moment that interests them. It is just an illusion we have here on Earth that one moment follows another one like beads on a string, and that once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. I mean, how beautiful that image is. That time is constant. When a moment is over, it's never truly over. When we lose someone, we never truly lose someone. Time is continuous. And it's interesting that you have that beautiful of an image sort of juxtaposed with the image I just read about war, the violence of war. Authors use words, phrases, images, explanations, comparisons to create an emotional reaction in us, to make us question, to help prove their points, whatever that point may be. And this week, you are going to read 3 pieces that rely heavily on tone and imagery, and then you're going to do some research on an artist and practice yourselves using tone and imagery in your writing. So good luck. I'll be here for you to help you throughout the week, and welcome to Unit 3.